What's up guys, welcome back for another YgoPro duel video. Mermail Atlanteans in the new TCG format April 1st, 2020, so Master Rule 5. This is a current main deck 40 cards. I've made some small changes compared to my previous build. A couple of months ago is that I made it a TCG version, so dropping the, what's it called, Crystal Girl, I believe it's an OCG exclusive, that's, basically a Dark Soul for a Gamma Seal Surge during the end phase. Dropped her for more Gundies. Also was playing Abyss Dean, but again, Gundy is just much better. Of course, I added in the needle fiber package. I can call it a package, I guess, with the one-off Jet Synchron needle fiber, fueling Bowl Sword plays, or the Synchro plays, level 8 Synchro plays, featuring your multiple level 7 big, well, boss monsters, enablers, extenders, however you want to pronounce them, right? But the biggest change is I added in more Deep Sea Divas. Deep Sea Diva, a ridiculous card on its own. Sadly, the Deep Sea archetype is not legal just yet. I believe they are in Eternity Code, which will be released somewhere in May, so that's a bit too far away, so I opted not to test with them. Another change I made was to, because of the ban list, Instant Fusion, I dropped Instant Fusion in favor of more Aqua Spirits. Both basically do the same, other than Instant Fusion also had access to either Millennium Ice Restrict or 1000 Ice Restrict. And the last main deck change I've made was Gamma Seal. Gamma Seal to the side deck, triple Gamma Seal, which is a staple in the side deck, of course, especially for this particular deck. For, let me think, I already had the Gundies in Mirror of Greed, right? That's the one I added in for more draw power, basically. But also pretty much staple, I guess, for Mermail Atlanteans. So, yeah, this is not really new. I mean, the needle fiber package is sweet for the deck. 2 needle fibers in the extra deck, they definitely come into play. The first one will always special summon your Jet Synchron, which is very versatile. It could eventually get the 5th water monster needed for Mulling Glacier in the graveyard. Puts up Omega, puts up Boral Sword, or yeah, Boral Savage Dragon, right? Could potentially give you a discard, even though your standard monsters like Gundy won't trigger. But yeah, basically just a free monster, a free level 1 tuner. This escalated quickly. The, Thunder's new TCG format, I guess. Leviathan is still quite strong, popping a couple of cards. It doesn't target, but again, I think I had to chain the Call by the Grave, right? Getting rid of at least 1 extra light from the graveyard, so not make the Emperor live. Omega is going to return, but most importantly here is that Mulling Glacier left the field during the previous turn, so I have to skip my battle phase, but make sure that I do attend it, so it will be skipped, right? That should be the ruling. Abyss Glacier, again, with the infantry in hand, is pretty sweet. Force out the Appaloosa negation with the Omega, and of course Omega is only once per turn. Right, once per turn, yeah, indeed. That will be negated by Appaloosa, but now I should be in a winning position, especially with the Diva top deck. And we know the last card in the hand, the Chaos Emperor. Saw that the Armageddon, the YCS prize card, Chaos Emperor, also is going to be released in the TCG. So again, that's really cool. This should be game, yeah, Boral Sword for the nice addition, I guess. That's cool. Oh, something I forgot to mention in the deck profile is Pot of Avarice as well. I mean, especially now with Triple Diva, Prince, Abyss Megalo, those cards instantly fuel your graveyard. And first of all, with testing, I had triple Pot of Avarice in the main deck, but the card I hated so much. If you tried out Avarice in this particular deck or any other deck with like the mindset of, wow, okay, I can fill my graveyard really quickly, so Pot of Avarice should technically always be alive, but it's not. And this is like the perfect scenario is, okay, if you're opening with your Diva and Call by the Grave to negate the Ash Blossom, yeah, okay, Pot of Avarice is live, but in most situations you either are not going to see it, even though you may be main decking like 2 or 3 Avarice in the main deck, or the moment you see it, it's a dead card. Like in here, your opponent having some negations, or you don't, or maybe you kind of bricked, and that's Mermail's, the multiple 2-card combinations, well, by Bar, of course, the Deep Sea Diva, but you know what I mean, Abyss Megalo, Abyss Diaz needing discard cost and, or discard effect and so on. But Pot of Avarice, in theory, it sounds so good, but in practice, it's like, ah man, again, like in the opening hand, the Pot of Avarice, it just feels like a win more card, but even though the card is technically still good because of the reasons mentioned earlier. So double pot of Avarice in a main deck. 3 is definitely too much. 1 might be fine, I guess, but 2 seems okay as well. Madolche is cool with their new support. I believe it's an Eternity Code as well. Might be wrong about this, but Madolche getting the new support. This was without the new support, not really sure, but it's I mean, it's cool. Normal Summon Deep Sea Diva getting some extra searches, so playtesting against Shaddolls. This is pure Shaddolls. As you see, the Dynamisticus is cool. The one of Emergency Teleport. And the thing with the thing with Mermail Atlanteans is that the deck can definitely go first. At some point, well, you could definitely go second and abuse or use your Atlantean stuff at its fullest potential, popping your opponent's cards with Marksman and or Infantry. You know that's not really a new strategy, but it's the thing is you definitely want to go first. Mooling Glacier away your opponent's hand. Needle Fiber instantly special summoning your level 1 tuner in the form of your Chat Synchron, potentially opening up maybe double level 8 Synchro plays, or maybe a Trishula play with one of your level 7's Chat Synchron itself and Prince. Definitely an option. So the Mermail Atlantean deck definitely has a lot of tools to work with. So anyway, yeah, multiple Aqua Spirits because again, no Instant Fusion. I previously had multiple copies of Instant Fusion in here. Again, because so versatile, it could get rare fish on your side of the field. And of course, 1000 Ice Restrict or Millennium Ice if needed. But yeah, the ban list said that Instant Fusion was a bit too powerful. So it's at 1, and I don't think it's worth main decking or putting or sacrificing some extra deck space in favor of the Instant Fusion. So double set, that's cool. The Abyssalacia on the field, but no discard. But again, yeah, it will just get another search or replace herself when she's like destroyed. Abyss Gaiaos will not negate the Hedgehog here. Double Sinister Shadow Games, and there are definitely a couple of options here. Fueling your graveyard, and okay, I get the Dragon. Getting rid of the continuous spell, the Mizuchi, I believe the name is. So the Shaddoll Fusion can be activated, but not really sure. There might have been some better plays. Skomata is being flipped face up. I think I'm forced, right, to use Gaios to negate Skomata, and the Fusion App Clone is being special summoned. Not an extra monster zone. That would have probably been a better play if there was like, what is it called? The Link 1 in the extra deck. Forgot the name. You know which one I mean. Just get rid of your App Clone, getting a Surge, discard Beast here in this case, getting a draw. Yeah, that definitely would have been much better. So, yeah, indeed, Shaddoll Construct is able to attack due to Gaios' effect being negated by App Clone. Abyssalacia is going to survive. Mooling Glacier is going to survive. That's important since now I do, or at least I'm able to use the battle phase, going to the battle phase, and Diva was definitely a good top deck, but the Winda doesn't really seem too powerful here. So again, Winda is going to stop the special summon capabilities, but again, having Prince on the field is great as well. Infantry for infantry. Getting rid of Skomata since Skomata already activated the effect, and now just gain field control, and we know there is, do we know the whole hand? Not really sure about this. We definitely know the regular Shaddoll Fusion, so I do want to negate that. Going for Needle Fiber, going for the level 8 Synchro play, and Boral Savage is there. I'm here, yeah, I was so sure that I had a Link 2 in my graveyard, but apparently that wasn't the case. Was it banished? Not really sure, but that's why I made like a correction play by sacrificing both links, going for Mr. Boy, Master Boy, and you know, things go from there. Last example duel going up against Dinosaurs. Going second, this is an okay hand. Mizuchi is not that great, but Atlantean Prince most of the time might be preferred if there is potential back row due to impermanence. That's why keeping Diva in hand might be better. And of course, yeah, Beastius the Dragoons. Definitely one of the sweet 2-card, most of the best 2-card combinations of the deck here. Problem is though, Dinosaurs. And then Dweller, of course. Yeah, Dweller, generic answer to Mermails, and that's the problem if the deck is going second. A lot of decks have the ability to put up Abyss Dweller, and for a deck like Mermails, it's really hard to, you know, combat that. Impermanence is of course a good one, so that might be a main deck option also. Side deck, even though, what's it called? Well, there are definitely better options. Dark Rule no more might be a better option. Then again, Dark Ruler and Dweller, well, you know, your opponent can just activate Dweller during the draw phase or standby phase. Anyway, so this is the current list. Like always, feel free to leave suggestions. The Deep Sea DIVA stuff is definitely solid. It will be main decked by the time we are actually getting the set in the TCG, but that's about like 2 months away, so I opted not to main deck it. But other options, Kaijus I wouldn't really recommend in the main deck, but just side deck those. The Abyssmander to open up a potential rank 9 Exceed play might be cool for Calamities. I was stacking also the Abyssphere and Linde, but that might have been a bit too much. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.